In this episode, we will listen to a simple story in English. This story is a summary of a famous book called The Alchemist. The original book is not easy for many learners, but today I will tell the story in very simple English. You can relax, listen, and improve your English at the same time. This story is about a young man. His name is Santiago. He is a shepherd. A shepherd is a person who takes care of sheep. Santiago travels from place to place with his sheep. He walks in the countryside. He sleeps outside at night. He watches the stars. He reads books. He likes his life. He feels free. Santiago lives in Spain. He is young and curious. He likes to travel and see new places. He talks to his sheep. He knows them well. He feels comfortable with them. But inside his heart, he wants more. He wants adventure. He wants to see the world. One night, Santiago sleeps in an old church. The church is broken. There is no roof. A big tree grows inside the church. Santiago sleeps under the tree. He puts his jacket on the ground. He uses his book as a pillow. His sheep sleep near him. That night, Santiago has a dream. In the dream, a small child comes to him. The child takes his hands. The child leads him across a field. Suddenly, they are in Egypt. They are near the pyramids. The child tells Santiago there is a treasure there. A treasure means gold or something very valuable. The child wants to show him the exact place. But before the child speaks, Santiago wakes up. He sits up. He looks around. It is still night. His sheep are sleeping. The stars are above him. He feels surprised. The dream feels very real. He thinks about it again and again. Then he sleeps again. But he has the same dream. Again, the child takes him to the pyramids. Again, the child says there is a treasure. And again, Santiago wakes up before he sees the place. In the morning, Santiago feels curious. Why does he have this dream 2 times? Is it important? Is it only a dream? He is not sure. A few days later, he goes to a town. In the town, there is a woman who understands dreams. She is old. She lives in a small house. Santiago is not sure if he should trust her, but he wants to understand the dream. So he goes into her house. The woman listens to him. Santiago tells her everything. He tells her about the child. He tells her about the pyramids. He tells her about the treasure. The woman thinks for a moment. Then she says something simple. She says, "You must go to Egypt. You must go to the pyramids. There is a treasure for you there." Santiago is surprised. He thinks she will ask for money. But she says she wants something later. She says, "When you find the treasure, give me one part." Santiago does not know if he should believe her, but he feels the dream is important. He thanks her and leaves. Later, Santiago sits in the town square. He reads a book. He wants to relax. Suddenly, an old man sits next to him. The old man starts talking. Santiago feels a little annoyed. He wants to read, but the old man keeps talking. The old man asks him about his life. He asks about his sheep. He asks about his dreams. Santiago is surprised. How does this old man know so much? The old man says he is a king. Santiago thinks this is strange. But the old man speaks kindly. He speaks with confidence. So Santiago begins to listen. The old man says that every person has a dream. He calls this dream a personal legend. This means the life you really want. It means the thing you are meant to do. When we are young, we know our dream, but many people stop following their dream. They become afraid. They want safety. They forget what they really want. The old man says Santiago's dream about the treasure is real. It is not only a dream, it is a message. He says Santiago must follow it. He must go to Egypt. Santiago feels afraid. He likes his life with his sheep. It is simple, it is safe. But he also feels excited. He wants to know if the treasure is real. The old man gives him 2 small stones. One is black, one is white. He says the stones can help him when he does not know what to do. But he also says something important. He says life gives us signs. We must learn to see these signs. That night, Santiago cannot sleep well. He thinks about everything. He thinks about his sheep. He thinks about the pyramids. He thinks about the treasure. He feels fear, but he also feels hope. In the morning, Santiago makes a big decision. He sells his sheep. He gets money. He says goodbye to his old life. He decides to travel to Egypt. He feels nervous. He feels excited. He feels alive. He takes a boat to Africa. When he arrives in a small city, everything is new. The language is different. The people are different. The smells are different. Santiago feels alone. He meets a young man. The young man speaks Spanish. Santiago feels happy. He thinks this man will help him. He trusts him. But the young man steals all his money and runs away. Santiago is alone again. He has no money. He has no sheep. He feels sad. He sits in the market. He wants to cry. He thinks about going home. He thinks about giving up. But then he remembers the old king. He remembers the stones. He remembers his dream. Slowly, he stands up. He decides not to give up. He looks around and sees a crystal shop on a hill. He walks to the shop. He asks for work. The shop owner is quiet and tired. He says yes. Santiago can clean the glass in exchange for food. Santiago begins to work. He cleans the crystals. He works hard. Soon, more people come to the shop. Business becomes better. Days pass. Weeks pass. Santiago learns many things. He learns the language. He learns about work. He learns patience. He starts to save money again. But inside his heart, he still remembers the dream of the treasure. He knows this is not the end of his journey. It is only the beginning. So Santiago works in the crystal shop every day. The shop is on a hill. Not many people walk up the hill. The shop owner feels tired of life. He feels his business is not good. He thinks nothing will change. He does not believe in dreams anymore. Santiago is different. He is young. He has energy. He has hope. He wants to move forward. He cleans the crystal glasses carefully. He cleans the shelves. He makes everything shine. Soon, more people stop and look at the shop. Some people come inside and buy crystal. The shop owner is surprised. He sees that Santiago's work helps the business. He begins to trust Santiago. After some time, Santiago has an idea. He tells the shop owner, "Let us put a table outside. We can show the crystal to people in the street." The shop owner feels afraid. He does not like change. He likes his quiet life. But he agrees. They put a table outside. The sun shines on the crystal. The glass shines and looks beautiful. People see it from far away. More customers come. The shop becomes busy. The shop owner is happy, but he is also confused. He says he is old. He says he always wanted to travel. But he never went. He was afraid to change his life. He chose to stay in his shop. He feels both happy and sad about this. Santiago listens. He understands something. He understands that many people have dreams, but many people do not follow them. They stay where they are because they feel safe. Santiago continues to work. He works for many months. He saves money. He learns the language of the place. He learns about trade and business. He becomes stronger and wiser. One day, he looks at the money he has saved. It is enough to buy sheep again. He can go back to Spain. He can live his old life. He can be a shepherd again. This is safe. This is easy. He thinks about it carefully. He feels the wind on his face. He remembers the dream about the treasure. He remembers the pyramids. He remembers the old king who told him to follow his personal legend. Santiago knows something important. If he goes back to Spain now, he will always think about the dream. He will always ask, what if? He will always wonder about the treasure. So he makes another big decision. He decides not to go back. He decides to continue toward Egypt. He tells the shop owner. The shop owner is not surprised. He says he knows Santiago would leave one day. He says Santiago is not like him. He says Santiago is a man who follows his dream. Santiago thanks him. He feels grateful. The shop owner gave him work and helped him start again. Now it is time to move forward. Santiago leaves the shop. He joins a group of travelers. They are going across the desert. They carry goods to sell in other cities. The desert is very big. It is hot in the day and cold at night. There is sand everywhere. The sky is wide and open. Santiago feels small in the desert, but he also feels calm. He watches the sun. He watches the stars. He listens to the wind. He begins to understand something new. He begins to understand the language of the world. This is not a language with words. It is a language of signs and feelings. During the journey, he meets an Englishman. The Englishman loves books. He studies alchemy. Alchemy is the idea of turning metal into gold. The Englishman wants to meet a famous alchemist who lives in the desert. The Englishman talks a lot about his books. He reads all the time. He believes knowledge is in books. Santiago listens, but he also watches the world around him. He learns from the wind, the sun, and the animals. The travelers move slowly across the desert. They must be careful. There are wars between tribes in the desert. It is not safe to travel fast. So they walk slowly and quietly. At night, they sit near a fire. They talk. They drink tea. They look at the stars. Santiago feels peaceful. He feels he is learning many things. He is not only looking for treasure, he is learning about life. One day, they arrive at a large oasis. An oasis is a place in the desert with water and trees. It is like a small town in the middle of the sand. Many people live there. Many travelers stop there to rest. Because of the war in the desert, the travelers must stay in the oasis for some time. They cannot continue yet. Santiago feels a little sad. He wants to reach the pyramids, but he also knows he must wait. While he is in the oasis, something important happens. He sees a girl. She is carrying water from a well. She is calm and kind. When Santiago sees her, He feels something strong in his heart. He feels love. He speaks to her. They talk near the well. They talk again the next day. And soon they fall in love. Santiago feels happy. He feels peaceful. He thinks maybe he should stay in the oasis. Maybe this is his treasure. Maybe love is enough. But deep inside, he knows something. He knows he must finish his journey. He must find the treasure. He must follow his dream. The girl understands this. She tells him something important. She says, if you are part of someone's dream, you will come back. She tells him to follow his personal legend. She tells him she will wait. She tells him she will wait. Santiago feels both happy and sad, but he must continue his journey. Soon, he will meet someone who will change his life again. He will meet the alchemist. Santiago stays in the oasis for some time. One day, Santiago sees something strange. He is watching the sky. He sees two hawks flying. Suddenly, one hawk attacks the other. This is normal in nature, but Santiago feels something different. He feels this is a sign. He feels it means danger. He closes his eyes. He imagines something. He sees an army coming. He sees men with weapons. He sees the oasis in danger. Santiago feels afraid, but he also feels sure. He goes to the leaders of the oasis. He tells them what he saw. At first, they are not sure if they should believe him, but they decide to listen. They prepare for danger. The next day, an army attacks the oasis. But the people are ready. They protect themselves. They win the fight. The oasis is safe. The leaders thank Santiago. They give him money. They say he saved many lives. Santiago feels surprised. He understands something important. When we follow our path, we begin to see signs. We begin to understand the language of the world. That night, a man comes to see Santiago. He is dressed in black. He rides a horse. His eyes are strong and calm. He is the alchemist. The alchemist asks Santiago many questions. He asks about his journey. He asks about his dream. He asks about the treasure. And Santiago tells him everything. The alchemist listens carefully. Then he says something simple. He says Santiago must continue his journey. He must go to the pyramids. He must not stop in the oasis. He must follow his personal legend. The next day, Santiago leaves the oasis with the alchemist. They travel together across the desert. They ride horses. The desert is wide and quiet. The sun is hot. The nights are cold. The sky is full of stars. The alchemist teaches Santiago many things. He teaches him to listen to his heart. He teaches him to watch the signs. One night, they stop near a fire. The alchemist asks Santiago what he has learned. Santiago says he has learned that the world speaks to us. He has learned that everything is connected. He has learned that when we truly want something, the universe helps us. The alchemist smiles. He says Santiago is learning well. As they travel, they meet some men from the desert. These men stop them. They ask questions. They want money. They think Santiago has gold. The alchemist stays calm. He gives them some gold. He says they are only travelers. The men let them go. Santiago feels afraid. The desert is not always safe, but he also feels strong. He feels he is growing. He feels he is becoming a new person. After many days, they arrive near the pyramids. Santiago sees them from far away. They are big and beautiful. Santiago feels joy. He feels his dream is close. He feels he is near the treasure. But the journey is not finished yet. Santiago feels excited. He also feels nervous. He has come very far. He has lost money. He has worked hard. He has crossed the desert. One day, as they travel, the alchemist stops. He looks at Santiago and says something important. He says Santiago must continue alone. He says the last part of the journey is for Santiago only. He cannot go with them all the way. Santiago feels afraid. He is used to the alchemist now. The alchemist feels strong and calm. He gives Santiago confidence. But now he must walk alone. The alchemist gives him some gold. He tells him to be careful. He tells him to listen to his heart. He tells him to trust the signs. Then the alchemist leaves. Santiago continues alone. He walks through the desert. Soon he sees the pyramids clearly. They are huge. They stand tall in the desert. Santiago feels wonder. He feels joy. He feels that his dream is real. He walks toward the pyramids. When he arrives, he looks up at them. They are bigger than imagined. He falls to his knees. Tears come to his eyes. He feels thankful. He feels proud. He has followed his dream. He has come very far. He begins to dig in the sand. He believes the treasure is there. He digs with his hands. He digs for a long time. The sun goes down. The night comes. Still, he digs. He believes he is very close. Suddenly, some men arrive. They see him digging. They ask him what he is doing. They think he is hiding gold. They take his money. They hit him. They are not kind. Santiago feels pain. The men ask him why he is there. He tells them about his dream. He tells them about the treasure. He tells them about the pyramids. The men laugh. One of them says something surprising. He says he also had a dream once. He says in his dream, he saw a treasure in Spain. The treasure was inside an old church. There was a tree growing inside the church. But he says he is not foolish. He did not travel across the world for a dream. Santiago listens. His heart beats fast. The old church, the tree inside. He knows that place. It is the place where he slept with his sheep. It is the place where he had the dream for the first time. The men leave. Santiago lies in the sand. He is hurt, but he smiles. Now he understands. The treasure is not at the pyramids. The pyramids helped him learn. They helped him travel. They helped him grow. But the treasure is at the old church in Spain. Santiago stands up slowly. He feels tired, but he feels happy. He feels he has learned a great lesson. Sometimes we must travel far to find what is close to us. Sometimes the journey helps us become the person we need to be. Santiago travels back across the desert. He goes back to the oasis. Santiago continues the journey. He travels back across the sea. He returns to Spain. He walks across the countryside. He finds the old church. It is quiet and broken, just like before. At night, he begins to dig under the tree. This time, he finds something. Santiago sits near the tree and looks at the treasure. He thinks about his life. He thinks about the day he was a simple shepherd with sheep. He thinks about the dream that came to him at night. And this is the message of the story. This story tells us that everyone has a dream. Everyone has a path. Sometimes we feel afraid. Sometimes we want to stay safe. But when we listen to our heart and take small steps, we can move toward our dream. We may face problems. We may feel lost. But every step teaches us something. Okay, thank you so much for listening to this story with me. I hope this simple English helped you relax and practice your listening. You can listen again to understand more each time. Slow stories like this help your English grow naturally. I'm Tom, and this is English Unleashed. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and always follow your dream. Bye for now.